Hello YouTube. I know I haven't really had as much content lately. I'm sorry about that. And I did promise I'd do a Skullgirl Strikers deck profile. I'm probably holding off on my Go Choose one because I got delayed on finishing building that. So I'm probably gonna wait until the extra booster comes out and make my deck based around that as well. So this is my Skullgirl Strikers blue deck profile. Um, the deck, when it's finished, is going to be blue-red, but for now it's blue-yellow since I didn't have the red double R's, and I'll talk more about that when I guess I'm talking about the level 3s. Anyways, I'll kind of just start off as I go. For my level 1s, I play 3 of these. They are basically just my beater. If I have 2 or other striker characters, I gain 1 level and 1500 power, so it's not hard to hit. It's a 3-5 level 1, so it's really good at getting past level 0 reversers, which is a large part in why I like it. There's not much more to that. I run 2 of these. I need to get another copy because I want to actually up in the main deck, but this is my Brainstorm, pay 1, rest 2. Search Brainstorm, on opponent's turn, center slot gets 1000. Alright, good. I also want one more of these. This is probably one of the best double R's in the set, if not the best. I would recommend running in any color deck you build. Basically, on play, you look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put them in any order, and on play, you can look at the top card of your deck. If it is a striker character, you can add to hand and discard a card from hand. So, you top check, and you can, like, take it. But even there's other ways you can do it too. You can look 3 cards down instead of 2 by top checking first. If it's a striker character, take it to your hand, put it to a bomb, and then you can look at the top 2 because it's like you can use the effects in any order, and then you can look at the next 2 and see if there's a climax, stuff like that. So that's kind of interesting, and it's really useful for setting up for your brainstorm. Kind of weak with only 1000 power, but once it's played, it's like on its effect. I run 2 of these just because I need something in the back row with my brainstorm, because after S2, it has a climax combo with one of the climaxes I have. It's basically a 500 in front support, and if you climax combo with the stock soul, you can pay a stock, rest it, and draw a card. So you can, if you top check and you're like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna get brainstorm off, if you have the climax, you can just get a free card either way instead of having to climax. Or if you know you want both cards when you top check with the other owie, and you're like, okay, I want both these cards, I can do this to get them both. So that's, it's not the most optimal card, but it's there. I have 4 of this card. This is probably the most expensive regular rare, I think. In blue, it is a free runner. It is only 2000 power, but you can run to any open slot on your side of the field in center. No cost, no nothing. So it's actually super good. I run a full set of these. And then for my last level 0s, I run 3 of this yellow because as I said right now, I have yellow splashed. These are really useful with my level 3s. Basically, on play, give a level 2 or higher character 3000 power, and on play, pay 1, ditch a card, and you can search your deck for 1 striker character. So this adds reliable search and also a late game power spike, which is super useful. It also allows me, like, clock opportunities for my level 3 yellows, because I only run those, 1 level 1, and then my level 3s. Normally I don't have problems getting one of my level 3 yellows into my clock, because I do need it for experience for memory. I almost always get a blue first, then a yellow level 3. Um, Next up, I'm gonna go through some of the yellow stuff first, my level 1 stuff. Um, I have this. It is the anti-change pack of 1500. It's very basic. Pay 2, and then I believe ditch a card from the field. Plus you have to pay 1, I think, for the backup first. So it's like pay 3. Remove a character that's higher level. Yeah, pretty just basic anti-change. Always gotta have 1. This is an event called Captain. There are 1 for every color. I'm running the yellow one, even though I usually can't play at level 1, but basically, it's an Akatsuki effect. On play, look at the top 4 cards of your deck, choose 1, add it to hand, put the rest to waiting room. There's a red card I really like running with this. I'm gonna run in my yellow deck with this, where it basically bonds with captains and can take any of the captains out of graveyard. So you can play this, play the other card, bond, pay 1, get this back from waiting room, play it again, and you can kind of just use that to mill to your deck a lot. I don't have those level 0s in this deck, so that's not as relevant, but I do like it because it does help you mill sometimes when you really need it. I have a 1/0 free backup for yellow. This is my other not level 3 yellow card. Sorry, my voice is kind of sore. Is a 1k backup, and if you have experience of 3, which is almost always in this deck because you need the experience for a lot of stuff, you get another 1000. So it's basically a free 2k backup, which is super good. And so that's 2 backups. Here's 3 more. So I ran a bunch of backups in here. This is a 1/2k backup, but it has a climax combo to change into a level 2, which is a pretty big part of my deck, which I'll go into once I get there. But yeah, I'll leave this off to the side so when I talk about it, you'll see it. I run 3 of the Hotaru Summer Moment. These are the characters that are restanded from Waiting Room with the Hotaru Restander in level 3, which I run a copy of. Experience Turn More, get 1k power, so it's a 6/5. The downside is you cannot play it from hand unless if you have 3 other striker characters. So, because it says it needs to be like over 2 other or something. The wording's weird, but I believe it needs to have 3 others to play it from hand. So, it's a pretty good level 1 beater, free cost, and then obviously with the restander, it just makes a powerful finishing tool. Which the restander needs to reverse, so that goes back to yellow card that gives 3000 power on play. And then I run 2 level assists. They also have on the opponent's turn, when your character is reversed, you can give it encore. And I believe it is hand encore. It might be clock. I don't remember off the top of my head. I played this at weeklies yesterday, and I went 3-0. Out of 6 people, so I mean, I've been doing okay with this deck. The last 2 times I brought it, well, the last time didn't have yellow, but I've won both weekly since. Into my level 2s. This is the level 2 that this changes into, and so I can just show you what this is. When you change with this, you climax combo, pay 1, return this to hand, so you get the backup back in your hand, and then you can change to this stood, and this is 7/5, 2 soul, 2/2. It gets 1000 power for having experience. It's either 3 or 2 or something, but you get it if you have a level 3, I remember that. And when you reverse a character, you may take a blue card from your waiting room, a blue character, and put it under as a marker. So you know what you're marking, so you can use that to mill your deck. The downside, which is also an upside, is every time you reverse, or every time you get a marker, you gain 1500 power in 1 level. So it's very susceptible to anti-change, unfortunately. But if you can get it out and get big and they cannot get it, you can just start side attacking and then just like frontal when it matters. This is also why I run the level assists. There's a lot of anti-changes or like characters that can like kill a change where it just reverses it, so I can give it encore. It does lose its markers, but it's pretty easy to build them back up. Also, because it's 1,500 plus a level, this gives it another 500 every time you get a marker as well, so that's pretty useful. So that is that. I run just 3 of the backup and 3 of that, because I only have 3 of the main piece, so I only run 3 of the backup. I don't usually have a problem hitting it. My other level 2 is this, I believe it's Hotaru. Experience is, I think, 5. You get 2,000 power, so you're 9-5-2-2. And it climax combos with the stock sold at the draw 1 backup combos with, and when you climax combo, you may pay the cost. I believe it's drop a card from hand to waiting room, and you may summon a character from waiting room equal to your level. So if you're level 2, you can only get level 2s, but if you're level 3, you can get level 3, and place it any place on your stage. So it's really useful if you actually can't play enough cards that turn or something, get a full field out to get your field out using this. So that's pretty cool. I really like that combo. Next, I run 4 of the Morgana. It's an early play, and it heals at level 2. If you have 4 more blue cards, you can it gains -1 level in hand on play heal. And then if you have 5 or more experience, you get 1,500 power, so you become a 10k, and you get the ability when battles involving this, when you fail to cancel damage in battles revolving this, you may pay the cost, which is 3 stock, and you can burn your opponent for it. So sometimes you end up in a position where you just get 3 out, and they have to attack you to get damage because they can't side over you. And if they hit for like say 3 and they have more damage than you can just pay and burn them back. And you like, I've almost won games off that. I've been like one away and they canceled it. So I actually really love this card. It's one of my favorite in the set. It's really cool. It's really useful. I mean, even just for the early play heal. I usually put 1 of them in my level for the experience because I have 4. I also run 2 of these. The Shiori. It gets -1 level if you have 2 or fewer climaxes in your waiting room, I believe. It might be if you have 6. I literally cannot remember suddenly. Oh boy, I suddenly forget. I almost never actually play these though, because I only have 2 and I never find them. They gain 500 power for your opposing, whoever you're against. If you're against level 3, you become a 11k. If you're against level 2, you become a 10-5, etc., etc. And it also heals on play, so it's just another heal. I actually usually end up with 1 of these in my level, if not the Morgana, because I somehow just always end up with 1 on turn 1 in my hand, so I just clock it to ensure I get a level 3 in there. I run my Hotaru. This is the Restander. If you have experience of, I believe, 6, you get 1,500 power. And on the turn it's played, you may drop 2 characters from hand, and you reverse your opponent. When you reverse your opponent, you drop 2 characters from hand and 1 from the field, and you can summon that Hotaru summon moment I mentioned earlier into an open spot on the field. Which is why you like drop a card from the field as well, so you drop the one where you want to put it. So this, I only have 1 copy of the card, which is why I only run 1. It's really useful. In that level 0, yellow is really good at getting you enough power to get the reverse. To talk about why I'm going to be running red instead, there's a card that burns for every reverse enemy character. And with the marker character, if I can keep it out and not get killed, it almost always guarantees 1 reverse per turn to get you your burn. It also climbs combos with gates, which helps me get from my waiting room, because that's the hardest thing in this deck, is getting anything out of waiting room once it's in there. For yellow, I play 3 of these as a finisher because my only other real finisher is the Hotaru. This gets, if you have experience, you get 500 power per other striker character, so it's basically a free 12k level 3. It has on-play cancel burn, and on reverse if you want stock kick. So it's actually a super, super good card. Like, it's ridiculously good. There's no downsides to it, and it has all this free stuff. So, yeah, I run 3 of these. I plan to run in my yellow deck once I build it. Once I get my red stuff to free up my yellow deck, and my yellow stuff I just bought. And then for my climaxes, this is the stock soul I mentioned earlier. Climaxes with the level 2 that takes something from waiting room to field, and the 500 that draws a card. So I run 4 of those, and I run 4 of these. This is the climax combo for the change. It's a pants, so it helps get other climaxes for combos, and it's a 1k1 soul. So I've done pretty well with this deck. As I said, I've won the last 2 weeklies I've taken it to. I don't remember 2 ago what I played, but this one I played against an Attack on Titan English Corpse deck, who was a new player. Well, he's not new. He hadn't played for a while, and he just moved here, so it's like his first time playing here, his first time playing in a while, but he was pretty good. That match was very close. I played against Symphogear Chris Waifu deck, which is actually really scary and had a really funny moment where his middle level 3 got to it got to the point where I needed to hit 21k to get over it because he had a 4k backup, and it was like that's kind of scary. But I ended up winning that turn because I hit a 4 that wasn't cancelled and then side attacked for the last damage I needed because he is at 3-2. But so I basically just had a Morgana in field, which was 10k. I had the level assist backup, so it was 11.5, but I could only get 9k or 10k more, so it would be... Oh no, I didn't have the backup, sorry. No, I just had the 10k, so I could get it 10 more k and get to 20k, but not 11k. So I brainstormed, got this, so it'd be a 12k, and I checked through my deck while brainstorming, like with the search, to see how many of these were there. I had 2 in deck, plus 1 in hand, so I was like, okay, next turn I can get over it, because I can play this at 12k, play this, give it 3k, search for itself, play it for another 3k, search for itself, play it for another 3k, so I would have gone 9k off just these, plus the 12k, plus I had a climax in hand to give it another 1k, so I could have gone over it, but unfortunately we didn't get to that scenario. But it's just really funny that, like, I ended up in that one really weird jank position I had to do that in. And I had to hope, during damage checks and stuff, I didn't mill any of my level 0s out for it, but... So yeah, that was my Schoolgirl Strikers blue deck. Blue-yellow currently. I might do another one when it becomes a blue, when I actually finish my blue-red, but for now, that's this. I'm sorry it was delayed, because I originally had mono blue, as I said, and then I was like, I need finisher, because this is not going well, so... I messed around with the other blue build for a bit. I was like, nah, this finisher, this is really awkward. So I went back to this build and then threw the yellow in. And so that's kind of this deck for now. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I'll have more videos for you soon. I'm really sorry I don't. I could have like 1 or 2 pack openings at like 2 packs for this video for Weiss sometimes from weeklies, but I end up usually not because I open them there, so I have trade fodder to try to get the cards I need. So I'm sorry about that, but I do have some more videos coming. I believe there is an extra booster, a trial deck, and a booster box video still coming, and then I should be caught up and need to make more videos, so yeah, hopefully I will have saved up enough money to be able to do something special. So thank you again for watching. I hope you have a great day, and take care.